Hi, my name is Elise Sanchez, and we're going to be discussing employee retention. Up until this point, you have read 2 articles. So we're going to take this time to debrief and deep dive into both of the articles. The first article, The 5 Concepts on Improving Nurse Retention in a Large Tertiary Acute Care Hospital, was about an organization who wanted to improve their retention rate. And in order to do so, they developed a collaborative team that consisted of human resources, quality improvement, and other leadership teams to develop a way to achieve this goal. Out of that meeting came the 5 concepts that you read about. The first concept was improving the onboarding procedure. This is critical as it is the first impression an employee has to the organization. So for an employee to feel welcomed, properly trained, and connected to the right people is very, very important. Because if employees come on board and they're not properly trained and they don't feel that they're really welcome there, then they start to feel like, why did I choose this organization? They just already lose morale. So you want to keep them feeling excited and feeling morale to the company. And the first way to do that is to improve your onboarding procedure. The second concept was employee roundings, which consists of managers going out into the field or on the floor and discussing with their employees any barriers, any issues they're having, and doing this consistently. So you build a better communication and better bond between the employee and their manager. The third concept was social networking, essentially team building, which is very important because in healthcare, you're constantly collaborating in teams within your department, across departments. So it's important to have a good relationship with your team members. So doing team building exercises outside of work allows them to better build bonds and get to know each other so that they could better collaborate when they're at work. 4 was employee recognition. Employees want to feel recognized. When those employees who go above and beyond or those who just work hard don't get the recognition, they start to feel that they're not welcome there or they're not doing well, or why am I here if they're not even recognizing me, or why am I working hard if they're not recognizing me? So it's very important to recognize those employees in order to retain them, to make them feel like you're wanted here and what you're doing is valuable. 5 was stretch assignments. Stretch assignments are those assignments that improve or advance your growth in your current career field. It's very important because employees who want to grow, they want to have the opportunity to grow within their own organization. But if those ideas are not available for them, then they will look at other organizations to fulfill that need for growth. As a healthcare professional, I'm a project manager at a managed care health plan, and I want to provide you with some real life examples of 2 of these concepts. The first being the stretch assignment, since it happened most recently. Again, I'm a project manager, and my boss approached me with another assignment that was not necessarily as a project manager would do, but it was something I was very interested in. And he seen that I had the attributes to do this job. And he came to me to see if I was interested and just gave me the platform to know that if there's anything I want to discover, any other department I want to go into, or any other job I want to explore, to come to him and he could connect me to the right people and he could get me there. And he just seen these attributes within me, and he's seen that I worked well with this other team and wanted to know if I ever thought of going into this other field, and he gave me the platform to do so. And it was very important because I've only been there for about 8 months, so it allows me to feel like I'm appreciated because he's coming to me and he knows I'm a hard worker, so he knows he could give me an assignment. And 2, because I know I have some longevity in the company because I'm already growing. I've only been there for a short period of time. Overall, the 5 concepts improve employee retention no matter the setting. It could be in the hospital and it could be at a managed care health plan. These 5 concepts are not subject to just nurses. They could be applied anywhere. And they really improve your employee retention as they improve morale, they improve communication, and they improve growth with the employee. And the employee feels more welcome and wanted to stay at the organization by doing these 5 concepts. The second article, The Shocking Cost of Turnover in Healthcare, took a different approach. It tied a dollar amount to losing an employee. So it discussed how much it costs to recruit, to train, to higher, and the numbers were very, very large. So we wanted managers to see from that perspective because this is coming out of their budget. And overall in healthcare, we always want to improve quality care and also reduce cost. Cost is very important when it comes to healthcare. And in order to train an employee alone, it costs between $1,100 and $23,000 to train those new employees. So when an employee leaves, they leave with that knowledge. They leave with the productivity also that they created for the organization. And when you get that new employee, it's going to take time to train them and to get onboarded and to develop that productivity that the other employee once had. And all of that is very costly. Not only is the training costly, but the recruitment process is very costly as well. As the paper discussed, it could cost up to $500,000 to recruit. That's a lot of money out of the budget, and it's a non-value additive as well. There's no value created from losing an employee and having to train a new employee. Well, at least those employees who are highly productive and hardworking. And overall in healthcare, again, we want to reduce costs. So it's very important to think about that when you're thinking of retaining your employees. You want to develop ways, like the first article on how to improve them, so that you can reduce your cost. And that's what the next slide will discuss. It will discuss why is employee retention important. Thank you.